Okay, everyone, I'd like to welcome you to Los Altos High School for a game between the St. Francis Lancers and the Los Altos Eagles. There's the first pitch. It's a bit high. The batter is Amanda Delfino. Pitching for the Eagles is Lizzie Buter. As a called strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Amanda Delfino. Leading off. It's a cold day in Los Altos. The sky is threatening. You can hear the St. Francis girls encouraging Amanda. She steps out to take some swings. As I said, a very cold day. She's trying to stay loose. Buter fires. And the ball's fouled off. So the count rounds to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Defensively for Los Altos, it's Jones at first, Hollenbaugh at second, Vasquez at short, and Ahern at third. Pedroja is behind the plate. And that's fouled off right over the coach's head. Coach for Los Altos standing outside the dugout.
Let's go, Amanda! Come on, drive it out there, 12. You got it!
Buter throws 1-2 when she's ready. And signs a little slow coming from the dugout. Buter steps off. Here we go with the 1-2. Fouled off.
Hang in there. Let's go, Amanda. Driving now. You got this. Hey, send out there, Amanda. Here we go, 1-2. Let's
So Buter looking in.
Come on, base hit. Let's go, Amanda.
Winds, fires. It strikes her out. Looked like she pulled her head. Her head was kind of turned a bit. So there's a first out of the game, and in the bat is Jackie Palmer. She's the catcher today. She'll be followed by Maddie Demore.
Let's go, come on, 1-9. There you go, Palmer.
Waiting for an extra ball come in from the team.
Hey,
A lot of slowness at the beginning of this game.
Hey, you got it, 1-9.
Palmer steps in.
Hey, drive it out there, Palmer. You got this. Let's go, 19.
That pitch floats high. As I said, you can hear the St. Francis girls encouraging their teammate as we're right next to their dugout.
Hey, fingers in here, hard. Let's go, 1-9.
There's a line drive out to left. Klepper goes back. It's over her head, off the fence. Palmer holds it first. Well, an excellent play by Klepper to get the ball back in so quickly. She fired it into Vasquez. Here's another look. You can see Palmer just rips this ball. She just sends it flying out. Pitch goes around first and just is a bit hesitant. She didn't even really... Could have cut in inside. It's a double base on first. She could have cut to the white one. Would have made it a little shorter, but that pitch is called a ball. The batter is Maddie Demore. Reagan Heslop is on deck.
Let's go, Maddie. You got it. Hey, funny guy, on that 1-8. Now let's go, Maddie. Drive it out there. You got this.
Buter looking in.
Come on, Maddie.
Ooh, fastball inside. That ball got there in no time. 2 balls, no strikes.
Come on, Maddie.
Buter fires. There's a strike.
Hey, you're ready now, 1A. Let's go. Yeah, you got it, Maddie.
2 balls and 1
Hey,
strike
hard out there,
to Maddie
Let's go.
Demore.
You got it.
She's playing third base.
Hey, Maddie, right here. Hey, you got it, Maddie.
Ground ball to third base. Ahern has it, throws to second. The ball's low, it gets away. Maybe an error on Ahern. She threw the ball pretty low.
There you go, Wade. Know what you got to do, Wade. Good job, Wade.
So runners on first and second, 1 out. And the batter is Reagan Heslop. She'll be followed by Megan Duvaris. There's swing on a miss, I wanted to say. Got in the middle of 2 different words. Same word, different declension. No, different, whatever. Buter's got some heat.
All right, let's go, Regan.
And there's a little pop-up on the infield. It falls. Vasquez goes to first, throws the ball away. The runner's coming around third. Palmer's trying to come in and score. And she's called safe at home plate. Here's another look. You can see the pop-up goes right over the pitcher's head. Vasquez has it, fires the ball away at first. Palmer comes around third to play at the plate, and she's safe. The runners advance to second and third. And the batter is Megan Duvaris. Duvaris calls time. Buter's pretty deliberate. She's pretty slow getting the call from there, the sign from the catcher, getting ready to pitch. Cold day like this. Buter fires. Pitch is called high. So Los Altos has gotten a little sloppy and given St. Francis a chance here to put some runs up. There's a foul ball right over my head. It's very cold out here today, and it's not raining, but you can feel drops every so often.
Hey, let's go, Megan. You got it.
So here's Duvaris with the 1-1 count. Duvaris lines out to first, and that's all they can get. Jones catches it at first. So there's 2 down, and Courtney Fetter will be the batter.
Hey, let's go, Fed. Keep it going now. 1-4.
Fetter's playing second base. So Los Altos can get out of it. They just need an out here. There's a line drive right to short. Vasquez has it. So St. Francis scores 1. We're at the bottom of the first inning. We'll be back in a minute.
I was at a fire department training, and I had these shooting pains when they just shot right up into my temples. I went to Palo Alto Medical to follow up with my doctor. He found a heart murmur. It turned out to be an aortic aneurysm, which would have killed me had he not caught it.
I don't really like going to the doctor, but I truly like going and seeing the guy. He's a great doctor, and he saved my life.
Okay, here we go with the bottom of the first inning. St. Francis got 1 run. They had 1 hit. That Palmer's hit out to the fence. Los Altos made 2 errors. So leading off for the Eagles will be Caitlin Schiffhauer. She'll be followed by Jasmine Pedrosa. Pitching for St. Francis is Heslop. It's called inside. There's a ball going towards second base, fumbled a bit, and Schiffauer has a single. So Jasmine Pedrosa
Good pitch, eh? Keep it going.
is up to bat. She's the catcher today. The infield for St. Francis plays very tight. Third and first come way in. Pitch is high. You would really have to think about bunting when the infield as close in as these two are. Heslop throws. On the ball. Coach is asking where it's missing. 2 balls, no strikes. Pedrosa takes a strike. Defensively for the Lancers, it's Chandler at first, Feder at second, Devaris at short, and DeMoore at third. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pedrosa takes the ball. You have to wonder, it's such a cold day, pitcher doesn't look like she doesn't have long sleeves, nothing. It's got to be cold. There's a ground ball toward first. First baseman lets it go. Second base has it. Schiffauer's looking for third, and she's safe. And Pedrosa stays at first. I thought she was going to go to second. Sweep tag by DeMoore at third. Did not catch the runner. So the Eagles, with no outs, have runners at first and third. Pretty aggressive base running by the Eagles to go on a ground ball to second base, and we'll go from first to third. But Schiffauer's pretty quick. It's called a ball. So the Eagles are looking to put a run on the board to tie it up. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you the batter is Mariolina Ahern. There's a strike. The runner goes to second. Pedrosa tried to fake, see if she could draw a throw. She stopped most of the way to second and then continued on when the throw went to the pitcher. So nobody down. Runners on second and third. That ball goes high. I believe it counts 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. I'm wrong. Missed a pitch there somewhere. Ground ball toward third. Tagged out. At third, the ball first gets away. Pedrosa's headed toward third. The throw goes there, and it's called safe. And Ahern pulls up into second base. So here's another look. You can see the runners there tagged out at third. The throw to first gets into the first baseman's glove. She then picks it up and throws to third. But they don't get the runner. So there's 1 down. Runners at second and third. And the batter is Tiana Vasquez. Ahern's trying to draw a throw at second base. She's getting way off the base after the pitch. Comes Vasquez. She hits a pop-up right behind the plate. It's not playable. Just beyond the fence. The catcher for the Lancers is Palmer. She would look like she had a play on it. but she wasn't lucky enough. So Heslop throws too high. Bit of a breeze. It's really cold. Heslop's struggling. Vasquez pops another little one over. New ball comes in. Vasquez hits a few foul balls. Have to run through the parking lot and shag him. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tiana Vasquez. Changeup, called a ball. Well, that was close, folks. Get the other foul ball, get back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. I think it's gonna be a rise ball here. Ooh. Vasquez hits it down third. Third baseman tries to get in the way of the runner, does not. And Vasquez is safe at first. Third baseman threw her hip out in order to get in the way of the runner. Trying then to get it, see if we can see that. You can see her throw her hip out there and tries to get in the way of the runner, then has to pick the ball up, but the throw to first is late. So the batter now is Amanda Jones. As we have the bases loaded there. Coach for St. Francis, Paula, comes out to talk to the umpire to see if she can get her to change something she called, or the umpires decided they'll get together and talk. Paula Martinez. The umpires are talking about whether it was interference. Of course, it always amazes me because you could make a call as either umpire. If you saw something, you wouldn't have to wait till somebody asks. Going over it in quite detail. And the call is... I think they're calling the runner at third out. I'm not sure why. She didn't impede the fielder's ability to field the ball. The ball got to her cleanly. And then she threw out her hip trying to pick it back up. The fielder had the ball hit to her cleanly. The runner did not get in the way to impede her in any way. But I think they're calling the runner out. Now, the Los Altos coach is trying to explain that the ball got there. And then when she was trying to pick it up after she dropped it off her mitt, that's when she had a problem, threw her hip out and tried to block her coming back. She's trying to pick the ball up and tag the runner. Here's another look in our wait. You can watch the third baseman. The ball gets down to her. See, she has it. The fielder never got in her way in any way. No, that's the previous play, is it? Here we go. They look similar, as there's the ball going to third, but the ball got to the fielder cleanly. There's no way that the runner in any way impeded with the fielding of the ball. So there's no way you can call her out, according to the rule book. Let's see what happens here, though. Okay, so what we need on a very cold day is to have a long discussion. So the outcome. Okay. This is a quite a long discussion. I might tell you that this game is brought to you by KMVT's all sports presenting sponsors, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PANF doctor today. And by Homestead Senior Care. Homestead provides the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Homestead, to them, it's personal. Okay, well, that's the only other commercials I have. Now I have to stretch a little bit here.
Thanks, Taylor. Now Courtney's my favorite.
The pitcher Haslip is continuing to throw just to stay warm. And we're going to see what the call is now. The runner's leaving the base. She's called out. Well, I know the umpire's not going to want to see that replay because it would show him that he was incorrect. So now there's 2 down with runners on first and second. And the batter is Amanda Jones. And she hits a smash out to left field. It's deep, it's back, it's caught. That was Jody Hinojosa out there making that catch. Here's another look. You can see Jones just smashes it. Hinojosa struggles for a bit. Tries to settle underneath. It looks like she slipped just a bit, but hung onto the ball. So we've completed 1 inning. St. Francis leads 1-0.
My parents are really slowing down. I feel bad I can't always be there for them.
How do I choose between caring for my mother and caring for my own family?
I've been looking into the options, but Dad doesn't want to leave his home. What do I do?
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Homestead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Homestead. To us, it's personal.
Here we go with the top of the second inning. Pitching again for Los Altos is Lizzie Buter. And batting for St. Francis will be Jody Hinojosa, the star of left field. Los Altos had 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. So Hinojosa's in, Buter's in, here we go. Pitch is low. Hinojosa gets set again. Buter winds, fires. Called a strike. I think it's getting colder. Breeze is picking up just a little bit. 1-1. That was a curve that went outside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Jody Hinojosa. Buter fires, popped up, foul, out of play. So pretty exciting first inning if we have that all game. This is going to be a great afternoon. Hinojosa waits, 2-2 pitch. Popped up, she reached for it. It's going to be foul. It hits the top of the fence. Bounces into the St. Francis dugout. Looked like she was trying to protect a little bit. So we'll go back to 2-2. Buter looking in, ready to fire 2-2. Fouled off again. Now we're going to run out of balls pretty quick because some of these go over the fence in front of me, the one on the side of the field, but there's also a fence on the other side of the driveway. And there's people's homes back there. Someone has to know the secret to going back through the fences, but Buter pitches. Line drive off the shortstop's glove. Out into left field. Klepper fires it back in. A line drive smash by Hinojosa. Now Tiana Yamaguchi. Here's another look. That ball just gets by that shortstop in no time. Oh, that's the earlier foul ball. So here comes Yamaguchi. St. Francis has the leadoff batter on. Comes Buter firing, 1-0, ground ball, past the pitcher, out into center field. Hinojosa holds second. And St. Francis has something going here. Leading off the second with 2 base hits. Here's another look. Goes right past the pitcher, right out into center field. And the batter will be Madison Chandler. Chandler's playing first base. Swung on a miss on a, I think it was a curve. Could have been a changeup, but I couldn't quite pick up the spin. Chandler trying to move the runners up at least. Pitch is outside. Not showing any signs of bunting. Buter fires, 1-1. Ground ball right down the first base line. It's staying fair. Looks like a fair ball. Ball was spinning, but it stayed fair. The runner's out at first. Chandler's out at first, but the runners move up. So she got her job done. She moved them along. Here's another look. You can see the ball just swivel, and it's just staying right inside the line, like it was leaning on the line to know where to go. It's a tough pickup though at first. That ball's spinning, and sometimes it spins right out of the glove. But Jones made a nice play. The batter now is Amanda Delfino. She's the leadoff hitter. She struck out her first time. She got some good hacks. 1 down and runners at second and third. That's ball 2. Buter fires and gets a strike. That ball looked like it was going up, then just dropped when he got to the strike zone. 2 balls and 1 strike to Delfino. He runs up, pitch is called a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. So Buter has to come in on this one. Delfino's waiting. Ball 4. So the bases are loaded, 1 down. See if the infield comes in for Los Altos, and it seems to. Second base is coming in. The batter will be Jackie Palmer. You may remember the first inning, she went off the fence. And she only reached first. Palmer gets a strike. Big moment for St. Francis. Buter waits. She winds, fires. That was called a ball. Palmer waits, 1-1. That pitch goes high. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jackie Palmer. Lizzie Buter winds. almost winds. Now she winds and fires. Pop-up. Looks like it's going to center field. Center field comes in, makes the catch, and no play at the plate. I was expecting the runner to go, but the coach held her up. That was Schiffhauer catching the ball. Okay, here's another look. There's the ball going up. And you can see it bounce when it gets right to Schiffhauer's glove. It bounces and does a snow cone and comes up. But she held on for the out. Now there's 2 down with the bases loaded. And there's a strike. Maddie DeMoore is the batter. So Los Altos can get out of this if they can get this out. They move the infield back with 2 down. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Hollenbaugh. Throws over to Jones, gets the out. And Los Altos keeps St. Francis from scoring. But the Lancers still lead 1-0.
Ever since we moved to the United States, Palo Alto Medical Foundation has been taking care of our health. We love our doctor. She is always ready to listen to us and is very professional and answers all our questions and is very reassuring. PAMF has been there not just for my own family, but for the whole community, whether they're seeing patients or providing doctors for our free medical clinic.
Here we are looking at the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for Los Altos will be Kaya Augustin, followed by Natalie Hollenbaugh, who made that nice play at second base, and then Lizzie Buter. St. Francis really had an opportunity last inning. But they didn't make the most of it. So Augustin steps in. Hessel still pitching for the Lancers. And here's the first pitch. It's a strike. Catcher Palmer looks over for the sign from the coach. They always have the catchers give the sign to the pitcher, in case you're wondering. So sometimes it takes a bit. It was a ball. But the league, the rules state that the catcher has to know what pitch is coming. They don't want him to get surprised. So Heslop throws 1-1. Ball's low. So 2-1 to Augustin. It's called a ball. It was just below her knees. It was close, but it was below her knees. So 3-1. Slip fires. It's called a strike on the outside corner. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's the pitch, called ball 4. I don't know how she could take that. Those pitches seem so close, man. I'm swinging. I'm swinging when I'm sitting here. So Los Altos gets the leadoff hitter on, and Natalie Hollenbaugh will be the batter. Umpire's talking to Kim Cave behind the fence. Kim is the athletic director at Los Altos. So now we're back to action. Heslop winds, fires. Hollenbaugh grounds one toward third, off the third baseman's glove, and the pitcher can't pick it up. That's an error on the third baseman. Just trying to rush it a little bit. So Los Altos now has 2 runners on. And the batter is the pitcher, Lizzie Buter. She's showing bunt and fouls it off.
Hey, good shot.
I don't know if you can see on the screen, I'm not always watching it, but the third baseman, Demore, is just right on top of the plate when they show bunt. She has no fear. But to do that now, she's taking herself a little bit off the line, and Los Altos has been hitting that ball right toward the base. We'll see if Buter, she's crept a little closer this time. Ball goes really high, so the runners advance on the wild pitch. And that accomplished what Buter was trying to accomplish with her bunt. A few more raindrops fall. I have spots on my glasses now, so if I say something really stupid, it's because I can't see right. I need an excuse. Here's the last pitch. You can see it go right past the catcher's glove. Time she got it, the runners had already moved up. We got 1 ball, 1 strike, but that doesn't mean Buter won't be bunting still. And she's showing it. She pulls it back and takes a hack. That rhymed. I like that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the bottom of the second. We're at Los Altos High School, where it's very cold. And it's a little bit wet. And the clouds are getting darker. Strike 3 called. Feel like I have to start singing that song from the Wizard of Oz. The house began to. So stepping in now is Nikki Klepper. Here's another look. She gave a look like she knew it was a strike out of the corner of her eye as she was walking away. Klepper takes strike 1. After Klepper, we'd go to the top of the lineup and Schiffhauer would be up. So both teams have gotten runners on, can't get him around. Klepper swings and misses. So we've got no balls and 2 strikes on Nikki Klepper. Klepper takes strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in a row have really helped St. Francis out here. The runners at second and third. But Los Altos goes to the top of the order, and Schiffhauer's up. Trying to bring that first run home for the Eagles. Schiffhauer sends her right to the pitcher. She fires over to first to Chandler. And that retires the side. So we've completed 2 with St. Francis leading 1-0. Here we go with the top of the 3rd inning.
Hey, let's go,
Leading off for St. Francis is Maddie Demore. Excuse me, that's not right. That's Reagan Heslop. That's the pitcher. Swings and misses. Lizzie Buter still pitching for the Eagles. She throws 0-1, and that swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes to Heslop.
Base hit drive it out there right now, Regan. Let's go. Yeah, you got it. You see what she's doing? Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Just a bit outside.
Just say it. Hey, let's go, hey. Come on, Regan.
Very cold day here in Los Altos. Buter throws, is gonna throw. She's so deliberate. Gonna throw 1 and 2. Heslop, watch it goes outside. It's a curveball. 2-2 to Heslop. She has her jersey pulled up. She has biting it with her teeth. And the pitch is low. We go to a full count. So we went from an 0-2 count to a full count. She's biting that jersey, man. She's going to keep her lower lip very warm. Full count. Line drive to center field. Snagged by Schiffauer. So that's a 1 down, and the batter will be Megan Duvaris. Megan hit a fly ball to first, her first time up. Again, you can hear the St. Francis team just to the side of us, and they are encouraging their batters. I think the loudest one is Hinojosa, in case you're wondering. Duvaris swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
Here we go, Megan! Let's go, be right here, Megan. You got it! Let's go, drive it out there now!
Pitch is low. Buter with the last batter went no balls, 2 strikes, and then went to 3-2 before she got the out.
Hey, sit on it, Megan. Make an adjustment right here. Let's go, 1-6. You got it. There you go, 1-6, Megan. Hey, let's go, 16. There you go, man. Hey, you got it, Megan.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that was low.
Megan, up in the box, kid. Hey, let's go, Megan. You're ready,
Put my hands in my pockets. It's just too chilly out here. 2-2.
Come on, Megan, you got it.
Buter takes a big breath and a sigh. She tries to settle herself down and throws strike 3. So there's 2 down. That's an amazing thing in this game so far to have two outs and nobody on. A lot of base runners. Here's another look at that last pitch. Teammates were yelling for her to at least cover the plate. Or I mean, protect the plate. So there's 2 down, and the batter, Courtney Fetter. Courtney takes that one a bit high. Courtney's playing second base. Called ball 2. I think it's getting colder. It may start snowing here in a minute, I think. That's called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Courtney Fetter. Courtney flew out to short in the first inning. And that's a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three and 1 to Courtney Fetter. Buter has to come in. Nobody on base, 2 down. Here's the pitch, fly ball to right field. Looks like a foul ball, but I can't see down the line. The St. Francis team is up at the front of the dugout, and they're blocking me. And I don't think they would care if I asked him to move. I think he might not agree with me, and I don't really want to take any abuse. So the count runs to 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the umpire says that, kind of funny. don't know how the pitchers are doing this, keeping their hands warm, because it's really chilly out here. Buter fires 3-2, ball 4. So St. Francis has their first runner of this inning. And coming to bat is Jody Hinojosa. Jody made that fine catch in left field. And she hit a base hit her last time up. I think that was called a ball. I was surprised that Pedrosia dropped it, but the runner didn't try to go. She looked like she was going forward like she expected the runner to be going. That's called a strike. The umpire calls the strike verbally and then raises his hand afterwards. So it's quite a process. Comes a 1-1. That's too high. Very cold day here in Los Altos. Lizzie Buter throws 2-1. And that's a ball. 3-1. Buter struggling a bit. I wouldn't want to throw a fat pitch to Hinojosa myself. That wouldn't be a good thing. It's called a strike. Oh, the runner from first almost thought it was a walk. Hinojosa started to take off like she'd been walked. The umpire called the strike, but the runner from first was watching Hinojosa, and she almost went too far. If the catcher had thrown right away to first, they would have had it out, but you can't tell that right away. They swung on and missed. Amazing. Catcher throws down to second, but that was the third out of the inning. So we've completed the top of the third with St. Francis still leading 1-0.
Ever since Dad died, taking care of Mom is overwhelming. I can't do it on my own.
Sure, my mother needs me, but I just want to be a daughter again.
Mom wants to stay in her home, but needs more help than ever. It just can't be me all the time.
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Homestead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Homestead. To us, it's personal.
Here we go with the bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Eagles will be Jasmine Pedrosa. She will be followed by Ahern and then Vasquez. Pitch is low. Heslop is still pitching for the Lancers. Chandler still at first, Feder at second, Tavares at short, and DeMore at third. It's called ball 2.
And that looked good, eh? Keep it going. Very nice.
That's called a strike. Droja seems to wait until she gets a strike call before she takes some hacks. 2 balls, 1 strike. Heslop fires. That was called high. In case you're wondering, the strike zone is the armpits to the top of the knees. And then, of course, the plate. It's called ball 4. The coach from St. Francis and the fans are not appreciating the strike zone today.
That's okay, 8. Keep it going.
Mary Elena Ahern will be the batter. She had a hard smash toward third that Demore made an excellent play on. She picked it up and tagged the runner who was on third base, who was slow and retreating. Ahern takes a strike. There's a snap throw to first. Tag was just a little slow. And Pedrosia dives back in. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ahern. And strike 2. The left fielder's pulled way over toward the line, so there's a big gap over the shortstop's head. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rise ball, it rose too much. The count is full. The runner at first is looking to go. Ahern grounds when she doesn't go, the ball goes foul. The ground's very, very soft. We had some rain yesterday, and the ground's very, very soft. That ball looked like it might stay fair. Ball 3, the catcher throws to second base, but it was ball 4. Pedrosia's around. Second does not try to go to third. A little mess up. So there's a pinch runner going in for Mary Elena. Pinch runner is Jelly Minor, is in at first base. There's the throw by the catcher that goes all the way through. Pedrosia looks, but with the center fielder throwing it to second, she had a shot at taking off. The umpire's getting the information about the pinch runner. I wish they could make that an easier thing than taking as long as it does. Just a courtesy runner. He's going to come back out of the game, and Ahern will go back in. The batter, Tiana Vasquez. She has that look in her eye. Tiana always looks like she's angry when she's up at bat. She just concentrates, just looks like she just wants to powder that ball, and you're throwing that thing at me. She just has that look. Ooh, swung on and fouled off. Changeup, very nicely thrown. Heslop made a nice pitch. He has no balls, 2 strikes to Vasquez. And Vasquez pumps a little one foul right over the third baseman's head. Got that pitch a little inside. Not off the handle of the bat.
That's a good pitch. Good shot.
And you just see it just barely foul. The count remains no balls and 2 strikes to Vasquez. Pitch is outside. I think I misled you. It was a 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, last pitch was a ball, so it's 1 and 2. Oh, Vasquez gets hit by the pitch. I don't know. The umpire kind of looked over at the bench like he's expecting the coach to come out. I don't want to say anything. It almost looked like Vasquez threw her hip into the ball because it was such a small changeup. That ball was close to being over the plate. If the pitch is over the plate and it hits you, it's a strike. So I'm not sure, but that ball was close. But hit by pitch. The bases are loaded. And the batter is Amanda Jones.
Good pitch. You're good, Abe. Keep going, Bert.
Jones swings and misses that one. Here comes the second one. She swings and misses again.
Hey, Jones, see you last time.
You remember Jones in the first inning flew out to Hinojosa and left with the bases loaded. So no balls, 2 strikes. Jones fouls it off. Los Altos looking to score. They're down 1-0. Jones, oh. Takes strike 3. That's a big out. She's an excellent hitter.
Just like that, Ocho. Keep it going.
The next batter will be Kaya Augustin, excuse me. The ball tipped off her bat. I did not see the umpire call it a strike. I don't know. Don't see the catcher. He's asking for help. Well, he hasn't really asked for help. Now the umpire helps him and tells him it's a strike. The ball did tip the bat. It touched the bat and then go to the catcher, which is a foul tip. It's not a foul ball. The ball is still live because it went directly from the bat to the catcher's glove. The next pitch is grounded sharply past third. Hinojosa snags it out there.
We go. Be tough, Abe. Be tough.
So we got no balls, 2 strikes. The bases loaded. There's 1 down. There's a ball. You may have heard me say that there was 1 out. So Augustin looks at ball 2. 2-2.
We go, Abe.
2-2 pitch is fouled. It just barely tipped her glove and hit the catcher right in the face mask.
Nice block, Jackie.
Now, because it hit the face mask, if it had gone in her glove, it would have been a foul ball. Because a foul tip has to go directly from the bat into the glove, in case you were wondering. And since I knew that, I wanted to tell you. A slip throws, the ball's low. The runner's coming in from third. There's the throw is not caught. And Los Altos has their first run on a pass ball. Pedrosia scores. The other runners move up. So with the 1 down, the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Augustin. Strike 3. Well, Heslop's had an ability to get some strikeouts when she really, really needed them. Just that pass ball that hurt her. The next batter will be Natalie Hallema. Natalie sends a little bloop to the shortstop, Devaris. And St. Francis closes it out, but the Eagles have tied it at 1. Here we go. Leading off for St. Francis is Tiana Yamaguchi. She'll be followed by Madison Chandler, and then we'll go to the top of the order. And Amanda Delfino. We're tied at 1. We've had a lot of base runners. Now she has her jersey. She has her jersey in her mouth too. That's called a ball. Yamaguchi waiting.
Come on, drive it out there, Tiana.
Peter throws. That's called a strike. Tried to show the shoulder that it was inside of the umpire, but he didn't buy that. I'm really wondering about that. I guess it keeps your head in. If you keep your jersey, if you bite on your jersey, it keeps your head from flying out when you swing. Swung on and missed. She almost came out of her shoes for that one. A little change up. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tiana Yamaguchi. She hit a single her first time up. Foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Peter winds and fires. Popped up right to me. Oh no, it's gonna hit the fence before it got to me. The catcher almost ran through the fence and killed me. If that fence wasn't there, I would have had to catch that ball unless the catcher ran over the top of me and caught it. You can see we're gonna take another look at it. But here we're gonna go live now. The pitcher's not ready. There's a pop-up. Catcher comes running over right to the fence, and there I am backing up. You see, there was no fear there. I was waiting to catch it. I wasn't backing up because I was scared. Call the ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tiana Yamaguchi. She's playing right field. Must be cold out there. Here's a line drive over second. Nope. Hollenbaugh reaches back and snags it. First out of the inning. That'd bring up Madison Chandler. Here's another look. You see she just tapped it ever so slowly. That's that foul ball again. We got some new equipment here at KMVT. So Chandler will be followed at the top of the order with Delfino. She swings over the top of it. Got to keep my hands in my pockets. It's really cold. Swung over the top again. Strike 2. So what do you throw this time? You throw the same pitch? I think she's going to throw a changeup. You can hear the girls from St. Francis encouraging her, and strike 3. KMVT Sports would like to thank Home Instead Senior Care for their continuing support of high school sports programming. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. Okay, the batter now is Amanda Delfino. Amanda wasn't trying to slap this time up. Slapping is when they sort of run through the batter's box. She's way up in the front of it, but I was thinking, gee, if she takes a step forward, she's out of the box. She stays set, and that's called a strike.
Hey, let's go, 1-2, you got Amanda. Come on, drive it out there right now, let's go.
1-1.
Yeah, you got Amanda.
Ground ball to the pitcher. Peter throws it over to Jones, and that'll do it. We're done with the top of the 4th. It's still 1-1.
Hi, I'm Ricky Appler with Spartan Sports Camp. Brought to you by the Mountain View High School Athletic Department, Spartan Sports Camp offers multi-sport camps for kids in grades 3 through 6, as well as sport-specific camps for grades 6 through 9. We give campers the opportunity to receive instruction from the Mountain View High School coaching staff and student athletes. Strength camps are also available throughout the summer. For registration info, visit our website at www.spartansportscamp.com. Sessions begin June 10th and run weekly through August 2nd. We look forward to seeing you this summer.
Here we come back. There's first base. You can see the first base is, I guess you would say. As you can see, the orange base that's in the foul territory. The runner's entitled to that base. The fielder uses the white base. Jody Hinojosa's mother just came by and said hi. So leading off for the Eagles will be the pitcher, Lizzie Buter. She'll be followed by Klepper and Schiffhauer. There's a ground ball to short. Looks like she's going to beat it out, and she does. Third base couldn't get to it. It wasn't a well-struck ball, but third base is playing in a lot, so the ball got by her a little quick. Here's another look. You can see that she's safe at first again. So Buter reaches, that'll bring up Klepper. But the coach is out, so that might mean something different. Oh, they're going to have a runner for the pitcher. And that's Alexis Julian. It's a courtesy runner. As I said before, they have to go through so much ceremony, and the umpire's nice enough to yell it over here. I'm not sure if he's yelling it to the other dugout or if he's doing it just as a courtesy to me. But I appreciate it. I think he thinks I'm the official scorer. Okay, so Klepper's in the bat, except, excuse me, that's the runner safe, stealing second as Julian takes off on the pitch. Here's another look.
I was in a fire department training and had these shooting pains.
I haven't seen that guy in the game so far. Just technical difficulties. Pitch was a bit low. Looked like her toe got in there before she got the tag over, but I'm not sure. Like around foul ball. So I think it's no balls and 2 strikes to Nikki Klepper. Runner in second. There's a little pop-up. Shortstop's got it. That would be Devaris.
Hey, good pitch, eh? Good pitch.
So there's the first out of the inning. In the top of the order, Caitlin Schiffhauer. Caitlin got a single her first time up and grounded out to the pitcher her second. Catcher feigns a throw to second base. The one thing in softball, the coaches never like when you throw the ball around a lot. It's never a good idea. Fowler tries the slap, swings and misses. The count goes to 1-1. The count's 1-1 and the score is 1-1. Heslip throws, changeup, fouled off. They like to throw changeups to slap hitters because as they're running through the batter's box, it's not like they can stop. You can't step out of the batter's box, so you've only got so much time to adjust to the pitch. So it becomes quite dicey when they throw a changeup. 1-2, pitch is high. Third baseman Moore staying back. She's like waiting for the throw if the runner should go. So this could give Schiffauer a little more chance. She might get an extra step. And there's a line drive toward third. She snags it. That's Demore, throws it low, but the out is recorded at first. The ball goes off the pitcher's glove, but Devaris quickly picks it up, gets it back in. So Demore makes an excellent play. Here's another look at it, maybe. Here's a replay, but it's not of the last play. But it was a replay. Pedrosian's up. She takes strike one. As I said, she seems to like to wait till she gets a strike before she starts hacking. She's perfectly complacent to let that first one go by. Pedrosia sends a little roller to second base. Second baseman has it, and the out is recorded. Well, it was close at first, but St. Francis keeps it 1-1. The tree is growing like it's in been in a windstorm as it's growing to making a right turn. Maybe it's a perch for the Eagles, I'm not sure. So St. Francis is up, and leading off is Jackie Palmer. Jackie ripped one of the fence her first time up, and then hit a fly ball to center. Be Palmer, Demore, and the pitcher Heslop. And that's called a ball. Said it's just outside. Coach asked the catcher. You can see the coach putting his hand to the side, asking the catcher, was it outside? And the ball's 2 strikes. Foul away. Many of these girls today are a product of the Mountain View Los Altos Girls Softball League. I've watched many of them grow up through the years, umpired many of their games, so it's kind of a thrill for me to watch them today. So Buter throws 2-1. And that's a foul. 2-2 to Jackie Palmer, leading off the top of the 5th. Again, you can hear the St. Francis girls encouraging Jackie. There's a changeup. Vasquez now is playing third base. She snags it, throws over to first. Again, notice a defensive changes. Schiffauer has moved to shortstop. And Mariolena Ahern is in center field. There's another look. You can see the runner getting out at first. We had the right replay. And there's a foul ball. Maddie Demore fouls it off. Pitcher doesn't like the ball. She throws it back into the umpire. The umpire doesn't have another ball, I don't think. Now there's another ball. Oh, he just wanted to check it. Came in. They always check the ball before they give it to the pitcher so they can't do something goofy with it if it has a cut or an abrasion of something that would give them an advantage. Maddie Demore looking at the changeup outside. So, a little deliberate action again as the pitcher's just takes her time getting ready, and then fires the ball across the plate. It swung on and missed. And we go to 2-2. Excuse me. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Maddie DeMore, she reached on an error and grounded out to second. And she steps out. Pitcher's just too deliberate. I think DeMore was going to ask for timeout. She just looked at the umpire. I have no idea what she was doing. There's a line drive out to left field. That could get out of here. It goes off the fence. DeMore's around first, heads to second. She could have gone to third as Hollenbaugh had trouble picking it up. A nice smash. I brought all the fans up and they jumped right in front of me, so that was really nice to have look at people's back when I'm trying to look. Next time I think I'll move over there.
Get the one you want, come on.
Well, it was a nice replay. It wasn't a beautiful hit by Maddie DeMore and Reagan Heslop, the pitcher, now up. And she hits a little foul ball right off the top of the bat.
Let's go, Regan. Hey, come on, hey. Hey, drive out there, Regan. Let's go. Your turn right here. Hey, fighting up out there. Hey, you got this.
She gives her teammates a smile as they're cheering for her. It's kind of fun to see that this is a game and they're having fun. She calls timeout. Lizzie Buter's just a little too deliberate. It's taking too long to get that sign out to her. I'm not sure what it is, but the batters are tired of waiting, and that ball's fouled off. As Heslop showed bunt, trying to get the runner to third. They wouldn't do that in the major leagues, 2 down with the runner at third. But in softball, they do this all the time. Trying to make you make a play. A lot of times on bunts and plays that you have to run and reach for, sometimes you throw the ball away. So it's one of the differences in softball and baseball. Now the coach wants to come out and talk to the pitcher. Or the pitcher wants to talk to the coach, I'm not sure which. And KMVT Sports presenting sponsor is the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMF doctor today. Well, extremely cold afternoon. We've had a bit of drizzle, not really drizzle, just a few drops. You can feel it every so often. As we do not have the luxury here of being inside, what they do in the bigs. We're just outside next to the fence, right in front of the visiting team stands. Here's the replay we were looking for earlier with the line drive. You can see a nice slow. What a smash. You can see that look in her eye like that ball's going out of here. Pitches live action. Pitches a ball. We have 1 ball and 2 strikes to Reagan Heslop. There's a ground ball, goes through to left field. She doesn't try to go to second. So Heslop with a base hit. And the batter will be Megan Devaris. Here's another look. As you can see, the ball just grounded through the hole, past third. So Megan Devaris has a chance to put St. Francis ahead. There's 1 out. Runners at first and third. Buter throws. Devaris grounds to short. Throw goes to first. They get the out at first, but the run comes home, so Devaris gets the run home. And St. Francis is ahead 2-1. Here's another look of the runner crossing the plate. So now the batter is Courtney Fetter. Courtney hit a fly ball to short and walked. There's a ground ball up the middle, struck by the pitcher. I don't think they're going to get her at first. They don't. The runner's going to try to score. Oh, Tavares dives back into third. But the runner, Fetter, advances to second. Ball went off the pitcher's glove. By the time shortstop Schiffauer got it, she didn't have the time to get the runner at first. And Tavares almost ran into an out. She was lucky to get back to third. She's trying to shake all the dust off now. And batting is Jody Hinojosa. Jody ripped the ball earlier right over the shortstop's head. Just a line drive poke. The pitch goes high off the backstop. Tavares is not coming. Pedrosia got a nice bounce off of that one. I don't even think she would have thrown to the pitcher. I think she was going to make the play herself. So Tavares, I think, is lucky that she did not run. It was strange because it went sideways off the backstop, but came right back to Pedrosia. So comes the 1-ball count, and there's a pop-up. So it's foul. And it goes right through the spectator's hands. The count goes to 1-on-1. And the catcher asks for time to talk to the pitcher. The runners run over and talk to the third base coach. The umpire cleans the plate. Everybody has something to do except for me to just sit here and be cold. Well, everybody's back in their positions and we're ready to go again. 1-1 to Jody Hinojosa. St. Francis is looking for more runs. There's a strike in the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Buter looks in, gets the sign, fires, and it's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We have 2 down. And Jody Hinojosa at the plate. Ooh. That was close. Jody flinched a little bit. Decided not to go. She didn't have to protect the plate, I think, what she was looking for. The count goes full. Buter has to come in, but first base is open. Next batter is Yamaguchi. That's called ball 4, just outside. So the bases are loaded, 2 down. Yamaguchi earlier had a single, and she hit a fly ball to second base. Ball 1. They're loaded. Ground ball right over here. Foul. It's a big point in the ball game. This could be in the 5th. It could be a big run. It's hard to tell where the sun is tonight because of the clouds, but it sure seems like it's getting dark. We still have plenty of time, though, I think. And there's a line drive foul. All the runners have to return to their bases. And we'll go at it again. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Tiana Yamaguchi. You can see she's got her uniform in her face again. Trying to keep her head from flying out, I think. Trying to keep her eye on the ball. Oh, pitch just outside.
Hey, you're good, 7. Here we go.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Buter looks, throws, line drive to second. It goes through. Right fielder picks it up and makes the play at first. Called out. I want to see that replay, though. We're going to look at this one. We're going to look at the replay. You can see the right fielder pick it up and throw. Yeah, looks like. Here we go again. You can see one of the fans behind me just say he thinks she was out. She was out. Excellent call by the umpire. But St. Francis scores, so they now lead 2-1. Here we go with the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for Los Altos is Maria Elena Ahern. She'll be followed by Vasquez and Jones as the Eagles are down again. Here's a ball. Very close play at first in that last inning. The fans on the St. Francis side were complaining until we showed them the replay several times. There's a ground ball to Tavares. Ooh, the ball's thrown away at first. Ahern's going to second, and there's no throw. Where's the throw? Where's the ball? Still waiting for the ball to come. I am blocked down the right field line because of the team for just standing up at the fence. So Ahern leads things off. That'd be an error on Tavares. Vasquez is the batter. So Los Altos is looking to tie this up if Vasquez can get a hold of one here. And she does, but it's right in the gap. There's nobody there. Ahern's coming around third. She'll score. The game is tied. Vasquez, the ball gets loose, but she can't get anywhere. So Los Altos, all of a sudden, bats come alive. A big gap out in left center field, and Vasquez hit it right there. There it goes. You see Vasquez headed toward first, and then she's going to second. She looked for more when the ball gets away from the pitcher here, or to the pitcher, excuse me. It came away from the shortstop. So now the batter is Amanda Jones. Amanda fouls one off. So the error comes back to her, St. Francis. Ooh, Jones, change up. She could not time it at all. No balls and 2 strikes. Amanda's really an aggressive hitter, so that's how you can get away with the change up. No balls, 2 strikes. That slip throws, but it's outside. Vasquez is looking for a way to get to third base, and she's jumping off the base. Pitch to Jones, a changeup. Ball to ball. I can't tell inside or outside, but that was really close. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The rain's getting just a little bit. It's almost getting to a drizzle. Jones swings and misses. Swings right through that pitch. So now we got 1 out. And Kaya Augustin would be the batter. She walked her first time out and then struck out.
Let's go, 8.
Looking to put Los Altos ahead. Takes a pitch high. Gustin looks at the third base coach and gets quite a long set of signals. So we'll see if Vasquez is going to do something. The catcher then calls timeout. Palmer calls the whole team in, ready to tell them what to do. And this game is brought to you by Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead, to them, it's personal. And the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Choose your PAMF doctor today. And it's part of the Sutter Health Network, too. Okay, we're going to come back as everybody gets back in their positions. The rain is still an annoyance. I got paper in front of me that has little dots all over it. My glasses have dots on them. My brain has, no. Pitch comes in a little high. We were waiting to see if Vasquez was going to do something after that set of signs. And nothing happened. So, 2 balls, no strikes. And there's a strike. Two balls, 1 strike.
That's a good shot, 8.
There's a ball. So there's 1 out, a runner at second. Hollenbaugh is on deck circle. There's a line drive foul. Clears the fence and hit a car. Didn't hear any crash, so I don't think there was major damage. But that makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oh, that was a ball. Boy, the fans here sure wanted to strike. It was close. The rain's getting a little more serious, just a little.
You're good, you're good.
So we got a pretty good little drizzle almost starting. It's just that it's so cold. I don't know how it can rain. So we're going to have a pinch hitter here as Ana Maria Gomez
Hey, your pitch, 8. Fire it.
will now bat. So Gomez will come in with a 1 down, runners at first and second.
Let's go, 8.
Eagles have tied it up. They're looking for more. We've had a lot of base runners in this game. Not that many runs. Change up is ball. Heslop looking for the sign. Catcher's looking for the sign. Palmer gives it to her. Here's a strike. Nice pitch. I think she knew it was coming because, man, it came out of her out of her hand really fast. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ana Maria Gomez. Fouled off. Palmer goes back and gets it. 1 and 2. The outfielders seem deep to me, but I don't really know anything. Ooh, swings and misses. Strike 3. And now the pitcher, Lizzie Buter, will be up.
You're good, 8. Right now, baby.
Both pitchers have pitched a pretty good game. I think the defense has kind of messed him up a little bit tonight. As we're tied at 2. And the pitch goes high. Vasquez is looking for third, and she's called out. So that'll end the 5th inning, but Los Altos ties it up. We're at 2-2. Did you see that? That was awesome. That was great camera work. That was an amazing job. So we're done with 5. It's 2-2.
Hi, I'm Ricky Appler with Spartan Sports Camp. Brought to you by the Mountain View High School Athletic Department, Spartan Sports Camp offers multi-sport camps for kids in grades 3 through 6, as well as sport-specific camps for grades 6 through 9. We give campers the opportunity to receive instruction from the Mountain View High School coaching staff and student athletes. Strength camps are also available throughout the summer. For registration info, visit our website at www.spartansportscamp.com. Sessions begin June 10th and run weekly through August 2nd. We look forward to seeing you this summer.
Here we're back with the top of the 6th inning. It's just rained enough that all the pieces of paper in front of me are getting quite damp. The lettering is starting to spread. I'll be throwing my words when I try to say who they are, because I won't be able to read their names. So with 1 hit last inning, the Eagles got in a run, and there was an error that set it up right beforehand that got the first runner of the inning on, that Vasquez knocked in. Coming into the game is KMVT Prasad, who will be batting for Madison Chandler. KMVT is recovering from an injury. I remember her pitching an 8 and under, talking to her dad, saying she would be a talent, but she's been injured, hasn't pitched a great deal. She's in to hit here. And the first pitch is a ball. I'm thinking about building a fire if I just had some wood, so I could stay warm here. And that pitch goes over her head. 2 balls and no strikes. The St. Francis girls are really getting into cheering. Ooh. Well, that was a swing and a miss, but I don't think she'd like to have that one on her resume. Kind of was surprised the pitch came in so quickly. 2 balls, 1 strike to KMVT Prasad. She hits a foul ball off first. Now it's doing Little League. If you were behind on a pitch like that, they'd have you back up in the batter's box. They don't seem to do that in softball. They still just hug the front line. Seemed like he'd give you another second or 2, but it's not the way they do it. You see she's still in front of home plate. You can't even see the batter's box anymore. It's gone, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Where we're almost at a full-scale drizzle, almost. Two and 2 to Prasad. Uter looks, winds, and fires. Fouled off. I don't mind the raindrops, it's just they keep hitting me in the eye. They're coming like straight down. They aren't in an angle or anything. My glasses would filter them, but they're getting past my glasses. There's a changeup, but it's outside. And she reaches. So it's funny when you look at it on the TV, you can see the rain a little bit there. When you look at it on the TV screen, it looks like it's really bright, nice day, but it's really dark out here. The batter now is the leadoff hitter, Amanda Delfino. She's a slap hitter, so third base and first base came running in, and second base had to cover over to the runner. Quite an interesting second base is headed that way anyway. If the ball goes to first, she has to cover. Now the ball's fouled off. One ball, one strike. And that's too high. Catcher wants to throw to first, but nobody's there yet because second baseman has to run all the way over there. Two and one. Called strike two. She swung and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Remember her last time up, she didn't do the slapping. She wasn't moving. So let's see now with 2 balls and 2 strikes. If she stays, she's gone up to the front of the box. I don't think she's going to slap this time. Vasquez, the third baseman, had crept in, but then when she saw her move up in the box, she stayed back. There's a foul ball. Coach for Los Altos grabs it. One-handed grab, and you then throw the ball away. Oh, gets all past. It's past first. I think we're lucky the soil here isn't picking up any dirt. I don't think much off on the ball. The ground was wet before we came here, so. But then again, the pitcher just threw it in, so I think she wanted it cleaned off. A new ball, a different ball. Here we are, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Amanda Delfino. The runner at first, nobody out. There's a line drive, past third base, foul. I always hated that on the radio when they'd give you all this information and then at the very end tell you that the ball was foul. Oh, line drive, past third, oh, it's foul. It's like, wait a minute, tell me it's foul with the first bit. Then I don't have to listen anymore. Two and two. Amanda Delfino. Line drive to left. It's down. Base hit. Well, St. Francis now has 2 runners on. They got something going with nobody out. Here's another look. You just see she stroked that ball to left field. Los Altos gets it in quickly. Now the umpires are talking about something. What could they be talking about? It's not raining enough. I don't know. I can't see them. I don't know if they're calling it under. That was a bit of a joke, folks. I could see them. Now they're going to come back and talk to each other. That's what you want is when it's getting darker for umpires to talk to each other for a while. So Jackie Palmer would be the batter. Her first time up, she hit one off the fence. The next time she flew out and she grounded out to third. 2 on, nobody out. St. Francis is looking to get the lead back. There's a bunt, nice bunt. Buter throws to first. Ball gets away. The runner scores. Another error on Los Altos. And St. Francis takes the lead again. I got some little girls here sitting watching my replay monitor, and they're very happy that the score changed. They were worried that it hadn't changed quickly. I mean, they should realize that it's new equipment, and you know, some people just aren't used to using it right now. Oh, there's a pop-up straight up. With the rain, I'm not sure if that's a problem. Oh, there's snagged. The runner was tagging at third, but she didn't try to advance. A nice play by Schiffauer. She went all the way over on the second base side to, I guess the first base side of second base to make the catch. And the Los Altos coach is going to come out and talk. He calls her infielders in. Here's another look. And there you can see she's all the way over. And then just gently catches that ball. So that's the first out of the inning. And the batter is going to be Reagan Heslop. Just to give you an idea of time, it just turned 6 o'clock here. We started a little after 4. So St. Francis has the lead, 3-2. And Reagan Heslop is batting. With runners at the corners. Well, the umpire said no pitch. He said that the runner at first is out. She left the base too early. First, the runner at first is called out for leaving the base too early. No, she was called out for leaving too early. Fan can't believe she's not on first anymore. So she looks and asks me. Like I know anything. Gee whiz, what these people want. Now the coach is asking something at third base. I'm not sure. I mean, the coach is asking the umpire something right by third base, but I'm not sure what they could be talking about. Usually you talk like this to the home plate umpire unless he's asking that. Gosh, I have no idea. I can usually make up something, but I'm stuck this time. He's going to come in and talk to home plate. No, she's going to come in and talk. What's going to happen here? The three of them are going to talk. Now and the rest of us are just getting wetter and wetter. The next batter will be the. Well, that was Maddie DeMore. She flew 6. Oh, that's right. The runner was called out at first, so that's the second out of the inning. That's a big out, actually. But the runner, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're still talking. The fans are calling for him to keep going. Okay, now the umpires are going to talk for a while. And come to some great decision. Like, we'll just keep playing. Heslop in the batter's box is doing like a dance. She's cold. She's got bare arms. Can't believe she doesn't have sleeves on. So there's 2 down. A run in. And darkness coming. Oh, swung on and missed. I don't know. She missed that ball by about 2 feet. I'm thinking they just want her to strike out so they can finish this inning. I'm wondering if they were pushing it to say, yeah, she swung on it. I think she's just trying to strike out here. The runner ran into the out at home just to get the inning over. And Los Altos almost let her score. She almost, if she would have slid, she probably would have made it, but she stopped running. Okay, we're done with the top of the 6th. We'll go to the bottom. It's 3-2 St. Francis. Here we are back. You may notice that everybody's kind of walking around on the field. The umpires have decided it's too dark. St. Francis was ahead 3-2, but because we could not finish the inning, the score reverts back to the end of the 5th inning when it was 2-2. So you can see the score there on the scoreboard, and it ends up as a tie game between the St. Francis Lancers and the Los Altos Eagles. A very cold night. Everybody's going to be happy that they're going home. I'm very happy because the rain is coming. KMVT Sports producer director for tonight's game was Bobby Chastain. The camera was Tim Erskine, Phil Resch, Holly Leonard, beautiful Holly Leonard, and Frank Sartino. Thanks very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Jim Leonard. I enjoyed talking tonight. We'll see you next time.